What's up, YouTube? The Marvel Rivals Season 1.5 update is coming tomorrow. We have a ton of new content along with the Human Torch, the Thing, a new map, and a bunch of balancing updates as well. Today's video, I'm going to be going over the balancing updates that we're going to be seeing. For the Vanguards, we have Captain America. Captain America has a ton of buffs coming his way. He'll be able to shield himself with the Living Legend mid-leap, increase Vibranium Energy Saw's projectile speed from 60 meters per second to 80 meters per second, with ricochets ramping up from 100 meters per second to a supercharged 150 meters per second. They're going to reduce the energy cost of the Freedom Charge from 3,100 to 2,800, and they're going to enhance Captain America's combat experience by separating Sentinel Strike from melee attacks. Captain America will be able to use melee attacks while his shield is thrown, or during the team-up ability charged Aegis State to activate the first 2 hits of Sentinel Strike. Additionally, while airborne, using melee attacks will no longer trigger the Super Soldier Slam ability. Next, we have Doctor Strange. He will be getting a nerf. He's going to reduce his base health from 650 to 600, so not that bad. Groot is getting a small buff. He's going to increase the Thornlash wall placement range from 15 meters to 18 meters. Magneto's getting both a buff and a nerf. We're going to increase the Iron Volley projectile damage from 35 to 40, and we're going to increase the Metallic Curtain's energy consumption from 50 a second to 65 a second. And it's also going to reduce its maximum duration from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Thor will be getting a buff. We're going to remove the shared cooldown time after the duration of Awakening Rune ends. Venom is also getting a buff. It's going to adjust the knockback effect of Frenzied Arrival from vertical to inward with an inward knockback angle of 75 degrees. Also going to reduce the energy cost of Feast of the Abyss from 2,800 to 2,500. Now for duelists, we have a lot of different changes coming. Black Widow, we're going to get an increase in the magazine capacity from the Red Room rifle from 8 to 15. And we're going to enhance the slow effect of the Electroplasma explosion on enemies from 80% to 55%. Additionally, it will apply a 15% vulnerability effect to hit enemies for 4 seconds. Hawkeye's getting a small buff. It's going to increase the base health from 250 to 275, reduce projectile damage of Blast Arrow from 20 to 15, while the spell field damage will be increased from 25 to 32, and reduce the cooldown from the Crescent Slash from 15 seconds to 12 seconds, increase the bow draw speed during the duration of Hunter's Sight, and raise the damage multiplier from 1.2 to 1.35. Hela's getting a small buff. The damage fall off of the Night Sword Thorn at 30 meters will be changed from 70% to 80%. Iron Fist is going to be getting kind of nerfed, but buffed at the same time. We're going to reduce the damage of Jeet Kune Do's first, second, and 5th strikes from 32 to 30, while the 3rd and 4th strikes will deal 15 damage instead of 16. The final devastating 6th strike has been dialed back from 55 to 50. The cooldown reduction for Dragon's defense has been extended from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. The damage of each hit from Yat Ji Chung Kun will take a hit, dropping from 19 to 10 flat damage. However, each strike from the Yat Ji Chung Kun now delivers an extra blow, dealing damage equal to 1.7 of the opponent's maximum health. Going to increase the additional maximum health granted by Harmony Recovery from 50 to 150. A new decay mechanism for the extra health has also been introduced. 1 second after the ability ends, the additional health will deplete at a rate of 25 health per second. Going to increase the maximum bonus health converted from damage block during Dragon's defense from 150 to 200, and increase the base health from 250 to 300. Iron Man is also getting a buff. It's going to increase the Unibeam damage from 120 a second to 140 a second, and increase the Unibeam damage in Armor Overdrive from 180 a second to 190 a second. Magic's also getting a nerf and a buff at the same time. Decrease the damage dealt by Demon's Rage from 80 a second to 72 a second. Reduce the energy cost of Dark Child from 3,700 to 3,400. Mr. Fantastic is getting a buff. They're going to increase the spell field radius after landing from Flexible Elongation from 2.5 meters to 5 meters. Flexible Elongation will now feature a knockback effect, launching enemies outward within the area upon landing. The recharge time for a single use of Flexible Elongation will be adjusted from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Going to increase the damage of Brainiac Bounce from 50 to 70. Increase the energy cost from 2,800 to 3,400. A new damage decay mechanism has been introduced. Spellfield damage will begin to decrease starting at 3 meters and will reach a maximum reduction of 50 at 10 meters. Moon Knight is getting a nerf that we all need desperately. We're going to reduce the Hand of Khonshu Talon's falling speed, correct the damage trigger logic for Hand of Khonshu. In the previous device mechanism that dealt 75 damage when positioned at the center of the spell, that has been removed. And it increased the damage of each hit from 75 to 150. So it's going to be a lot easier to avoid. Scarlet Witch is getting a buff. She's going to get an additional 100 bonus health when activating her ultimate. After the ability ends or is interrupted, this bonus health will decay at a rate of 50 a second. Spider-Man is getting a small buff. They're going to reduce the web cluster energize time from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Star-Lord is getting a buff. They're going to increase the rocket propulsion's maximum energy from 1200 to 1800, so he's going to have better mobility. Storm is getting a nerf. The damage fall off of Windblade at 30 meters will be changed from 70% to 60%. They're going to reduce Storm's damage increase from Thunder during weather control from 16% to 12%. However, the damage increase for allies within the range has been increased from 8% to 10%. They're also going to reduce Storm's damage increase from Enhanced Thunder during weather control from 30% to 25%. Now we have a lot of changes coming for the healers here. The ultimates have been a problem, and they are definitely going to be addressing that in season 1.5. I'm going to go over that right now. Adam Warlock is getting a buff. They're going to increase the damage of the quantum magic from 55 to 60, and the damage fall off at 40 meters is going to be changed from 50% to 60%. And they're going to increase the healing amount provided by Soul Bond to linked allies from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. So that's a big jump up for Adam Warlock. Cloak and Dagger is getting the nerf that she needs. The ultimate ability has been absolutely insane. So they're going to increase the energy cost to activate Eternal Bond from 3,400 to 4,000. So the healing amount of each segment will be increased from 220 to 250, and the duration will be reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds, and the pause time between segments decrease from 1 second to 0.67 seconds. The healing effect from each segment will not stack when overlapping. Only one healing effect is applied. Also going to increase the vulnerability inflicted on enemies by Terror Cape from 20% to 28%. Invisible Woman is getting a nerf to her ultimate ability. The energy cost is going to go from 4,000 to 4,300. Loki is also getting a pretty big nerf and a small buff. The energy cost to his ultimate is going to go from 3,400 to 4,000, and his mystical missile charges are going to be now at 12 compared to the 10 prior. Luna Snow is also getting an ultimate nerf. The energy cost will be 4,500 instead of the original 4,000. We do have some team up changes as well for the Luna Snow and Iron Fist. Luna Snow is now going to increase the healing amount of Frozen Chi from 50 to 75, and the slow effect on enemies will be 30% instead of the previous 20%. For Black Panther and Psylocke's team up, they're going to reduce the rewind time for Psionic Disc from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Also, the conversion ratio of lost health to blue armor will be increased from 0.5 to 0.8. Also going to reduce the rewind time for Wakandan Master from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. The conversion ratio of this lost health to blue armor will be increased from 0.5 to 0.8. The Gamma Charge is going to be getting a nerf. They're going to reduce Iron Man's Unibeam damage from 220 to 200 per second. They're going to reduce Hulk's team up anchor health bonus from 150 to 100. The Cloak and Dagger Moon Knight ability will get a buff. The Full Moon new effect will continuously heal Moon Knight for 25 health per second while within the affected area. The symbiote bond between Penny Parker and Spider-Man will be getting a buff as well. This will reduce Spider-Man's suit explosion duration from 4 seconds to 1 second, replace the 50% damage reduction effect with a new invincibility effect during the duration. Also reduce Penny Parker's armor explosion duration from 4 seconds to 2 seconds, and replace the 50% damage reduction effect with a new invincibility effect during the duration. Now, along with all these changes, we have the Thing coming, and we have the Human Torch. The Human Torch looks like he's going to be absolutely broken, and the Thing is going to be a real tank in the game. So we're really excited about all these changes coming and all the new characters, and also to play on the new map, which is Central Park. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you drop a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.